What is going on, guys? Nameless X here, and thank you for tuning in. We are doing a video on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I did a recent video on this, just putting this out there. I listened to it a little bit, and I found out that it was not as good as I wanted it to be. So hopefully this is going to be a much better way of explaining things for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood here through the power of backwards compatibility on the PlayStation 5. Now, there is one minor thing that I would really like to mention before I start off this whole entire thing. I'm going to be talking about not just about the gameplay mechanics or the sound or anything, but it's going to be more talking about, the time constraints that Brotherhood has. And I'm not saying that it did not make me dislike Brotherhood at all. I still enjoyed it. I still believe it's still an amazing game. But like I said, I will be talking more, not really more, about the time constraints that Brotherhood has, or Revelations. But I'm going to do as best as much as I can to make this whole entire thing make sense in a general context. So, this game is one of the best sequels I've played when it comes to the ACII games, specifically for AC2. I think AC2 really set the bar of what Ezio Auditore was as a young nobleman to becoming a master assassin. It really told the story of him really perfectly, and I think the way it was implemented, it was pure gold. I really love the way how they just introduced that into, and I think Brotherhood, it doesn't do what 2 did, but it does represent a way of what a sequel should do and what it does and how it influences the Ezio trilogy as a whole and how it really influences Ezio as an assassin as well. And I think Ezio is definitely one of my favorite assassins in the Assassin's Creed universe or the games. But I'm not saying I don't like the other assassins as well. Like Edward Kenway from Black Flag, Bayek from Assassin's Creed Origins, or Altair from the first one. I love the majority of the assassins that you play as in the Assassin's Creed games. But I think of all those, I would say Ezio is my number one favorite of all time. Now, you might be able to say, well, you're wrong, Nameless, and it's like, I think you suck or whatnot. It's just like, that may be, but I'm just telling you what I truly feel about that. And I'm telling you that straight from my heart. I really am, because I am very passionate about video games in so many ways. It's not just the passion for video games as well, but I love the Assassin's Creed franchise, and I think that it's something that I would really like to eventually do, is make a video or a retrospect on all the games in a matter of order. But I really can't make a video on the very first one, because I do have that on console, but it's only on PS3. And it's a shame that they did not do a remake for that one. I was really looking forward to having the first one be remade into a better engine and in everything else. So, but anyways, we are kind of somewhat maybe getting a little bit off topic here. But I felt like I just need to make my voice heard on that in that certain regard, because that way, like I said, it's the general context of what I'm really trying to understand, or try to just put my voice out there for that. So, anyways. Okay. I think Assassin's Creed Brotherhood just did so many things right from what the second one did. I really like the way how they implemented a deeper gameplay mechanic in terms of the combat. I do like the overall structure of it. I think it's a very fascinating thing of what they did. I do like the fact that you could be able to counterattack and then continuously do combination attacks against other enemies that are surrounded by you. And, being able to pull it off in such a manner and not being able to get hit makes it much more, not realistic, that's wrong, makes it much more satisfying. There we go. So, what I will say, I think Brotherhood looks amazing. I mean, despite it's an older game and it's a remastered for the ACII collection, but it still looks amazing playing the backwards compatibility through the PlayStation 5. I mean, with the PlayStation 5's power with the SSD, the solid state drive, I can definitely tell that the PS4, even some of the PS4 games I have played on my PS5, do intend to somewhat load a little bit quicker than I was actually giving it credit for, and it's astounding. So I thought I'd put that a little bit of information and knowledge in there as well. Now, what I do think about what Brotherhood also did very unique in a way to where it's not just one big map, but it's just one big city, Rome. And that's where Brotherhood takes place. And what I love about Rome, from what Assassin's Creed 2 did, in regards of exploration or just a mission structure, is the fact that, you're still able to search around. It still has that open world aesthetic from what 2 did, or any other Assassin's Creed games that we've had in the previous past, right now, or as of now, too. You are able to explore. You can explore at your own whim. You can do whatever you want. That's what's nice. But what I love about Brotherhood is the fact that, they brought back the assassination contracts, which is nice. Now, as long as I got that out of the way, there is one thing I will say about Brotherhood, and I will include this in my Revelations video as well, is the time constraints. This is a minor complaint. When you work on assassination mission contracts, or when you work on main missions, or optional missions, you have to obtain 100% if you follow the proper guideline in order to achieve that 100 synchronization for that specific set mission. And it frustrates me to no end as to why they had to do this type of implementation, and I understand and I get it. But at the same time, I felt like it really takes me out of the experience. I guess maybe it has to do with that I'm so used to playing Assassin's Creed 2, or even Origins for that matter, because Origins has that type of thing though too, from what 2 did, is that you are able to achieve 100% synchronization all the time. And so I think that's why I was so used to that, and I think that's why I have that minor complaint in terms of the time constraints that the mission structure has within Brotherhood or the Revelations. And so, but overall, like I said, it's still not going to make me not want to play the game. I love the ACII trilogy. I think it's definitely one of my favorite trilogies of all time when it comes to the Assassin's Creed universe or the franchise itself. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I mean, I love the new ones that we have today. But with the new ones like Valhalla, Odyssey, and Origins, I would have to say I think Origins, other than Odyssey and Valhalla, is my number one with that new series, in my opinion. It's just, don't quote me on that or chastise me on that. It's fine. So what I will say about Brotherhood here is the fact that overall, I do really enjoy this game. I do love its new combat gameplay mechanics. Like the combinations that you can do. But overall, it still feels like an Assassin's Creed 2 game in a way. It's like Assassin's Creed 2 2.0 essentially. But they did an amazing job to Brotherhood and to Revelations, and to finally end the Ezio trilogy with a bang. It was really good. I thought they did a very good job with that, and I'm hopefully, like I said, I will be making a video on Revelations as well once I get that video underway. I do actually have another video underway for Resident Evil 7. even though that game is a little bit older, but I really want to do that video, and that's going to be a little bit of a longer video, and I was not really looking forward to making it such a long video, but I actually have quite a bit to say about that, so I think that'll do just fine. I don't even know why I had to mention that, but I don't know. It was just on top of my head. So I think Brotherhood, I think it really is a true good sequel to Assassin's Creed 2. I like everything all about it, like other one I previously mentioned about, like the time constraints, but overall, it's still an amazing game, and it's not to be missed. So what I will say, it's like, if you really want to play in an Assassin's Creed series, start off with the Ezio trilogy. I will say that, because, I mean, if you really want to start off, go by all means, play the first one on PC or on console. You can do that. That's fine too. But I think that the Ezio trilogy, when it comes to the Assassin's Creed games, it's a good way. It's another good way of starting off as well, if you want to get into this series as a whole and fall in love with these games overall. Well, like I said, once I played the very first one and finished it, I'm just like, I can't wait to see what they would do within the future of this series, because it's so cool. I literally think it's one of the best franchises I've seen so far from made by Ubisoft. I mean, a lot of people I know don't like Ubisoft very much at all because of microtransactions, but to me personally, I don't care about microtransactions. I admit that I have used microtransactions in some of the Ubisoft games for the Assassin's Creed games, but overall, I'm not afraid to admit it. So I just thought I'd put that out there as well. So to top it off, I think Brotherhood just did a lot of things. It's just so much fun. It really is. I mean, so another thing. Oh, that's one thing I will mention as well before this video is almost underway being finished. When you loot treasure chests throughout the world of Brotherhood, you will have to buy the maps through the art merchants, and when you do that, each map that you obtain and finding the chests concerning of that map, you are able to find certain types of things within these chests. And what's cool about that, and nice about that as well, there will be items within those chests that will be optional side quests or optional quests for like blacksmiths or tailors or whatnot. That's another really cool implementation that they put in Brotherhood as well, and I think that's another thing of what Brotherhood did very well as well in terms of that though too, because it has to do with that exploration moment of the game itself though too, and I think that's what makes it even more explorable, makes it more enjoyable actually. So I thought I'd put that out there as well. So. But like I said, we are nearing the end here. But anyways, this is Nameless X. I really appreciate having anybody tuning into my videos. I've been getting some really good positive feedback. I really enjoy that people are enjoying these videos that I make. Please make sure that you follow my channel and hit the notification bell by all means, and subscribe. Put a like if you want to. But there will be other videos like this. And if you want to see videos like this again, I'm hoping to hear from you, and that's much more appreciated. And it really helps me, but I will put this out there as well. I'm only doing this for fun. I do have a real life job, so I'm not doing this for profit. I'm just doing this for fun. So it is what it is. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say. So it's like, if you enjoy these videos, more power to you, man. That's all I can say. But that's pretty much it. Let's see, if I'm trying to think if there's one less thing I can put in. I think no, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But if you haven't, like I said, if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can, whenever possible. Have a good one, and peace.